Serena Williams has overcome numerous obstacles, but nothing prepared them for Alexis's tears. A devastating diagnosis upended their lives and forced them to face something more intimate than imagined. Join us as we discuss the diagnosis and its effects on their family. Serena Williams' rise from Compton streets to world champion is remarkable. Her narrative includes tennis, hard work, family, and shattering obstacles. She was more than a tennis champion. She altered sports and inspired people worldwide. She was born in Saginaw, Michigan, on September 26, 1981, but her family moved to Compton, California, when she was young. Serena's career began in Compton, a neighborhood recognized for its hardships rather than tennis courts. They trained on cracked public courts with her older sister Venus in a harsh atmosphere. Parents envisioned something bigger for them. Richard Williams, their father, introduced both girls to the game early. He dreamed of his daughters being great. Richard wrote a 78-page tennis career plan before they started playing. He studied the game with books and DVDs. Though not a tennis player, he believed he could teach them to succeed. Their mother, Oracene Price, was crucial. Her mentoring and encouragement were constant. Richard and Oracene taught their girls tennis and self-confidence. Daily, the Williams sisters practiced for hours. Richard kept them engaged and disciplined. Their father wanted to protect them from burnout and early popularity, so they played fewer junior competitions. Serena was already attracting attention when she turned professional at 14. Venus started the tour, but Serena soon proved her worth. She made her debut in 1999 by winning the U.S. Open at 17. She overcame world-class players like Martina Hingis in the final. That win started a legendary athletic career. Serena played powerfully, quickly, and fearlessly. One of the strongest women's tennis serves ever. Her mental tenacity and game control made her stand out. She beat every top player throughout the generations. Her clashes with her sister Venus were among tennis's most watched. Serena's 23 Grand Slam singles titles are outstanding. This is the most by any Open player and one short of Margaret Court's record. Her Grand Slam wins included the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open. She won each title many times, proving she could win on every surface, condition, or opponent. Serena won 4 Olympic golds, 1 in singles and 3 with Venus in doubles. In Sydney, Beijing, and London, the sisters were practically invincible and won gold. These Olympic victories cemented Serena's legacy and proved she could dominate both in regular events and on the world stage. How long Serena was at her best distinguishes her. Her 2-decade career was marked by top-level competition. Serena returned stronger after injuries, breaks, and motherhood. She won Grand Slams in the 1990s, 2000s, and 2010, a feat few athletes can match. Serena has influenced tennis, sports, and pop culture beyond her accomplishments. She broke into a white-dominated sport as a black woman. She was strong and confident on the court. Her fashion, hair, and attitude were present. She proved to young girls, especially girls of color, that they belonged. She publicly discussed racism, body image, and gender discrimination outside of tennis. While her tennis career is legendary, the hard hours of practice in Compton, the fiery drive of a father who believed in his children, and the silent support of a mother who stood by their side are equally essential. Talent, determination, patience, and a dream that began on a public court in a tennisless area are all part of Serena's narrative. Alexis and Serena Ohanian. World-renowned tennis player Serena Williams is powerful, passionate, and persistent. Outside of athletics, she has a deep and loving connection with her husband, Alexis Ohanian, who has supported her through life's biggest moments. Modern connection, mutual respect, and continuous support are their love story. People were surprised when Serena and Alexis met, not through common friends or a famous event. It happened in 2015 during a peaceful hotel moment in Rome. Serena was there for a competition, and Alexis was at the hotel. One morning, they shared an outdoor table for breakfast. They started talking after a while. A relationship was formed from that simple meeting. They rapidly discovered common interests despite their distinct backgrounds. Serena from sports, and Alexis from tech. Tech star Alexis Ohanian is not a tennis player or athlete. Reddit, a massive online community, was co-founded by him. The platform was launched in 2005 and grew into a global portal with his help. He invested and started businesses after selling Reddit. Alexis also advocates for online privacy, digital freedom, and equality, especially for women and people of color in IT. Alexis wasn't a tennis fan before meeting Serena, but after getting to know her, he became one of her biggest fans. Alexis proposed to Serena in December 2016 in the same Rome hotel where they met after a fast-growing relationship. After announcing her pregnancy in April 2017, Serena and her husband welcomed Olympia in September. In November 2017, Serena and Alexis married in New Orleans in a lovely and heartfelt ceremony. The wedding was surreal. The event was full of love, laughing, and superstars and friends, including Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian, and Anna Wintour. The wedding was a beauty and a beast themed with a castle, romantic lights, and a carousel. Serena and Alexis' love showed out more than the decor or prominent visitors. They looked at one another and spoke clearly, indicating a relationship. They've grown closer and been a great support system since then. Alexis has always praised Serena for her strength as a person, mother, and wife, not simply her achievements. He constantly expresses his pride and inspiration from her hard work and determination. Alexis is constantly there for her matches, cheering from the fans, or assisting with their baby. Their partnership shows how love may thrive when both parties appreciate and support each other's ambitions. Serena and Alexis keep grounded despite their busy lives and high-profile occupations. They prioritize family, spend time together, and speak kindly to one another. Whether they're at events, playing with their daughter, or relaxing at home, they demonstrate their trust, understanding, and real caring. Their love story is about teamwork and respect, not simply passion. As a team, Serena and Alexis resemble Serena and Venus on the court. They help each other grow, tackle challenges, and celebrate successes big and small. The health issues. Few understand the experience of playing top-level tennis for over 2 decades. In addition to fame, victories, and history-making events, Serena Williams endured years of physical and mental pain. She concealed ailments, surgeries, and personal hardships behind her powerful serves and fiery comebacks. Tennis is strenuous. Players run, twist, stretch, and strike the ball hard for hours during matches and days during tournaments. Serena began professional tennis as a teenager and played into her late 30s. Her aggressive, strong playing style made her successful, but it stressed her body over time. Wear and tear caused major injuries. Over the years, Serena has had numerous famous injuries. Her knees have plagued her career. Inflammation and tendinitis in her knees have forced her to miss events and rest. Later in her career, her back caused problems. Her back spasms and stiffness forced her to miss matches. She also strained her shoulder, another essential aspect of her formidable game. Each of these ailments hindered her ability to play and train consistently, which is necessary for a top athlete. Serena played through discomfort even when healthy. Chronic pain, which persists after rest or treatment, became her daily companion. She needed physical therapy, rehab, and medical collaboration to cope. Serena has said in various interviews that she occasionally woke up in discomfort but still played. Her effort earned her praise, but it cost her. Despite this pressure, Serena rarely cracked, but she began to talk about the emotional toll. She discussed the stress, expectations, and mental strain of long-term fame. Her honesty opened up sports mental health discussions by exposing that even champions struggle with uncertainty, worry, and balance. Serena's physical and mental agony shows that strength doesn't equal never hurting. You must press forward, listen to your body, and speak up when anything is wrong. Her struggles and resilience were real. Traumatic birth. Serena Williams had one of her most horrifying and life-changing moments in a hospital room in 2017. Her first child, Alexis Olympia Ohanian Jr., whom she lovingly calls Olympia, was born that year. Olympia's birth was complicated, scary, and painful, but motherhood was a joyous milestone. That moment tested Serena in unexpected ways. In West Palm Beach, Florida, Olympia was born on September 1, 2017. Serena expected a healthy delivery, but things changed swiftly. Doctors found her baby's heart rate dangerously low during contractions. An emergency C-section followed this rapid development. Olympia was born healthy, but Serena's health declined shortly after surgery. Serena had acute shortness of breath one day after giving birth. She knew something was wrong since she experienced pulmonary embolisms. Serena has experienced this before. She was hospitalized for a pulmonary embolism in 2011 and knew its severity. Despite being in a hospital with doctors, she had to insist that something was wrong this time. She requested a CT scan and blood thinner. The medical team initially ignored her. They felt her pain was from surgery or something less urgent, but Serena persisted. Doctors identified several lung blood clots after a scan. She was treated promptly, but more happened. Serena coughed so violently at the diagnosis that she tore her C-section incision. More procedures were needed to treat the issues, including one to prevent clots from reaching her lungs. She had multiple surgeries and was bedridden for 6 weeks after giving birth. Recovery was tedious and painful. It happened during one of her happiest times, making it even more heartbreaking. Serena had to battle for her life instead of bonding with her newborn. Later, she called it one of her scariest times. She stated she was grateful to be alive, but it was hard to feel joy while she was in bodily and emotional suffering. This exposed Serena to a deeper issue. Many women, especially Black women, confront delivery dangers and hardships. Pregnancy-related deaths are roughly 3 times higher for Black women than white women in the U.S. Even with celebrity, money, and excellent medical care, Serena knew she had to struggle for attention. She realized it could happen to anyone if it did to her. Serena advocated for Black maternal health after her recovery. She wrote a beautiful piece and gave interviews to raise awareness and aid others. She stressed the importance of women speaking up and being taken seriously by doctors and nurses. She advised the medical establishment to pay more attention to women's problems, especially marginalized ones. Physically, Serena recovered slowly. She had to recover from many surgeries and strengthen. It went beyond physical healing. Finding emotional balance after a trauma was also important. Being a mom was wonderful yet hard, she said. She struggled with self-doubt, frustration, and weariness like many new mothers. In the end, she relied on her husband Alexis and her love for her daughter. Serena's honesty regarding her birth illuminated a rarely spoken problem. She shared her pain and started life-saving talks on her platform. Her bravery in sharing her experience reminded everyone that even the strongest individuals have vulnerable moments, and that asking for help, fighting for answers, and speaking up can be the most powerful thing a person can do. Diagnostics: benign branchial cyst. Serena Williams has long been known for her strength, which has won titles, healed injuries, and overcome life-threatening illnesses. Despite her life and job experiences, nothing prepares someone for the worry of a new health issue. This happened when Serena discovered her benign branchial cleft cyst. It was emotional, disconcerting, and a reminder that health can be unpredictable, even for someone as strong as Serena. The diagnosis was non-cancerous. Benign branchial cleft cysts are neck growths. It comes from incomplete fetal tissue development. Most of these cysts are harmless, but if they grow, get infectious, or cause pain, they should be investigated and maybe removed. Serena discovered the cyst unexpectedly. She got her neck lump checked. Finding something new on her body understandably scared her, given her history of blood clots and postpartum stress. Natural queries arose before a diagnosis. This is what? It's serious? Possible cancer? Shall I be fine? Heavy emotional impact. Serena subsequently described how scared and uncertain she felt when she suspected anything was wrong. Despite her public and court fortitude, she admits to initial trepidation. Like anyone in that situation, she worried about her future, her children, and what would come next. She also felt vulnerable when she realized how delicate life and health are. When the doctors determined it was a benign branchial cleft cyst, relief came, but the emotional toll remained. Serena discussed it honestly. She didn't have to tell anyone, but she did in hopes that her tale would help. She advised listening to your body, following your instincts when something feels amiss, and never delaying medical treatment out of fear. Her transparency was significant. Branchial cleft cysts are rarely mentioned until a celebrity does. Serena used her position to promote regular health checkups, body changes, and seeking help when something felt wrong. She didn't disguise her emotions or fear. Instead, she proved that strength entails admitting your challenges. Serena's cyst odyssey concluded with positive news, but it also marked another turning point in her life, one that brought even more thought and transformation as she stood beside someone confronting their own health problem. Alexis Ohanian's Lyme disease fight. Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian are associated with strength, success, and strong collaboration. They've also had private struggles like any marriage. One of their biggest health challenges was Alexis Ohanian's Lyme disease. While Serena faced health scares over the years, this time they focused on Alexis and swapped their roles as caregiver and patient. Tick bites transfer Lyme disease germs. It's particularly common in woodland or grassy U.S. regions. Early Lyme disease symptoms include fever, weariness, joint discomfort, and a bullseye-shaped red rash. Chronic Lyme disease, or post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome, can cause long-term illness. For Alexis, the diagnosis took time. He started feeling tired without knowing why. Like many Lyme disease patients, fatigue, aches, and a strange feeling plagued him. He was juggling a job, fatherhood, and being a loving husband, so it was easy to believe it was stress or lack of sleep. As the symptoms worsened, it became evident that something was seriously wrong. He was diagnosed with Lyme disease after several tests and doctor visits. Diagnosis changed things. Alexis started medication to battle the infection. Some people react fast, others slowly. When symptoms like cognitive fog, muscle pain, and weariness persist, recovery can be difficult and unpredictable. It was a big change for Alexis, who lives fast. Slowing down, listening to his body, and making time for healing meant taking a break from his job or family. He had Serena on his side throughout. After Alexis supported her through operations, childbirth, and rehabilitation, Serena was expected to lead the relationship. She supported him through challenging times and advised him to be patient. Their connection was enhanced by the event. They had always been a team, but now they faced a different task that tested their emotional and physical strength. They decided to share Alexis's struggles. Alexis discussed his Lyme disease experience like Serena had. Instead of merely sharing the facts, he talked about how hard it was to operate, focus, and be cheerful when he wasn't himself. Being honest illuminates an illness that many misunderstand or don't comprehend. As a pair, their honesty helped others with health issues feel less alone. Their narrative shows how to support each other in sickness and health. It also highlights how family disease may transform how you see each other and strengthen bonds. Neither Serena nor Alexis pretended everything was fine. They showed that love involves being present, especially in trying times. Life after tennis for Serena. In 2022, Serena Williams retired from tennis. The news was emotional for Serena and her supporters worldwide after 2 decades of dominating the sport. Her tennis accomplishments made her a global legend, but she said her path was far from ended after retiring. Serena didn't slow down in retirement. She had to focus on a new chapter with as much ambition, creativity, and purpose. Serena's business and investment career is important to her post-tennis life. She started Serena Ventures, a venture financing business that supports early-stage women and minority-led enterprises. Serena wanted to make a difference by investing in underserved businesses. Through Serena Ventures, she's funded tech, wellness, education, and other companies. Her goal is to create possibilities and a more inclusive business world, not only to develop enterprises. Serena also worked in fashion. She designed garments and developed fashion brands before retiring. Always vibrant and expressive, she brought that energy to her creations. She is confident, assertive, and unapologetic in her brand. Fashion gives her another creative expression and lets her engage with fans and customers more personally. Serena's generosity keeps her occupied. She promotes women's rights, racial equality, and underprivileged children. She's helped organizations worldwide develop schools, enhance healthcare, and strengthen communities.